back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The final match of the night, the final wild card between River of Blood and #RU. We have Captain Blood on the line from River of Blood. He is ready to give some words of wisdom. Watching also for his fans. Captain Blood, can you hear me?
Yes. You hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, sir.
Right,
how you doing?
It's my final hurrah. Yeah, like I'm late for work, so I'm a little bit late, but I wanted to stay for my last face-off, and so I'll just cut to the chase. You know, Cinderella story. I'm not going to cosplay as Cinderella ever, by the way, in case you're wondering. But,
okay, good.
We're in the same spot we've been in every season, 5th seed. I gave a pep talk to my team. I got to go to work. I know you guys like to see the colors.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
You don't want to see this hat. All right, now we're down to my work hat. So I think they're do good without me, and I look forward to this match. Good luck to both teams. Whoever wins has to play Fnatic first. Got to get them. And sorry to cut it short, but Captain Blood out.
Peace.
Boom! He cuts.
He's like, bye.
It's gone. Graphics gone. That's how fast he was gone. All right. Thank you, Captain Blood. And thank you for sticking around. We do appreciate that. If you have any problems at work, tell them to talk to me, and I'll take care of it. Let's talk about these two teams, Rookhill. Here we are once again, dear friends. Familiar tales I talked about before, River of Blood. This is a season, perhaps, for the Belief business once again. There you see the rosters. #RU, though. Master Putin, Valeri Desolator, Young Money, Cash Money, Godzilla Mode.
Looking for top limb. T1, make it happen, bro.
Kazo as well.
Oh, Kazo, best T1 NA.
He'll out crew you, man. He will take your crew out. That's how Kazo
dangerous,
works.
Man.
That's right. Some of the starters still maybe not available for River of Blood, as Canaduck is fighting fires as a firefighter in Canada. A couple other stories there with some of the team members, but they don't have Captain Blood tonight. Tough.
Yeah, he's got to go do his job.
That's right.
Got to go make money.
That's what pays the bills. That's what pays the bills. Well, we do wish both those teams the best of luck. Anyways, looking at the history of River of Blood, they defeated the Googly Bobbers. They took out Refuse to Die in a tiebreaker. They took out Gong Fu. Now, they lost to Fnatic. They lost to Bernal Empires. They lost to Hammer Time, and they lost to the Cunninghams. They have danced around the center of the division time after time. The waltz, usually. It's what they use in Cinderella. They're in familiar territory. But familiar territory sometimes can get a little bit old, get a little bit stale. And hopefully River of Blood, it's not the same scenario for them. But they're up against #RU, who, of course, wants to fight their way through the playoffs once again to make it to the finals because they want to represent the Russian team.
I feel it's going to be a rough night for River of Blood. They're going to have quite a bit to fight through. This is #RU, a team whose aggression is absolutely devastating. River of Blood has been having trouble. They've been splitting up too much. They've been...
Stay together.
Exactly.
Stay together. That's all they have to do.
Like this. Stay together. Hold hands even if you need to. Jeez.
Yes.
They don't look both ways when crossing the street.
I know. Well, it's kind of like a broken record. We keep saying it over and over again. It's almost a broken record. Keep seeing River of Blood in the same scenario. But when something works, stick with it until it doesn't, then make adjustments. Stop trying to reorganize how you're going to approach this. Mm-hmm. However, I'm sure they have their reasons. All right. Battle number 1, the final match of the night. After this, folks, we know who are going to the playoffs. River of Blood versus #RU. Battle 1 on Ruinberg. Rookhill, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, 2 5100s, 2 IS3s, and 1390, 2 T1 Cunninghams. That is #RU, the red team in the south. North, River of Blood, 2 5100s, 2 IS3s, a 1390, and 2 T1 Cunninghams. Josh, if you want to say it, go for it.
Say it with me, chat. Mirror matchup.
Matchup.
All right.
And production groans.
And the chat goes wild.
All right.
For some of the people that love to watch those commercials where it said, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
World of Tanks. Ticket gets you the seat, but you'll only need the edge.
That's right. Invade. He's playing on River of Blood today.
He's here in his 1390, as always.
1390.
Always a 1390. Or 5100. He hasn't played that many battles. He hasn't logged all that many in the Pro League this season. So you don't remember.
Well, he's active scouting right now, crossing the TIE Fighter toward the cockpit, towards the fountain. If you don't understand what we mean by the TIE Fighter,
you should probably go with the aerial view.
That really helps as well.
Now just fly. Fly, Josh.
Here we go.
Whee!
I'm going to show you guys why it's called the TIE Fighter. It's not the X-Wing, which that is. All right, from an aerial view, see how it looks like a TIE Fighter?
Josh thinks it looks like a TIE Fighter. Aside from it having like a tail.
Here's
and
the center. There's the wings. One wing, the other wing. That's why I call it the TIE Fighter. That's why the players call it the TIE Fighter as well. And this is the Delta Village. Why it's called that? Because it's located in the Delta Quadrant. Rylax, Striker, and Arg are in that position,
Not
and
that
they're
Delta
holding.
Quadrant Star Trek fans.
Yeah. They're holding while Savagey and Doc Golem are closer to the F crossroads. And nothing spotted.
Give them a minute. We got a southwest camp.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Josh. I think
That's all right. Production's keeping us on our toes. But again, I don't understand this type of southern positioning here this early in the game. I mean, if you send out your T1s to scout and you notice that they're going for it really quickly against it's against River of Blood, then I can understand the camp, close to the cap.
Yeah. Well, #RU I think is just, if you like camping, whatever, that's cool. Go do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. #RU. I mean, that's cool. It's no big deal.
I want to go camping in real life. Marshmallows, hot dogs, steak,
Hammock.
popcorn,
Hammock.
Jiffy Pop.
Hammock.
It's been too long, Roadkill.
Hammock is the #1 thing to bring camping. Always. Always. Always bring a hammock.
Doc Golem falling back a bit. Check out Arg's push. He's going into... Oh, there you are. Arg. He's going into enemy territory next to the bush.
Yar.
And who is on the other side? Is that Toppelum?
Yep. I'm waiting for someone to blind fire
I
him.
am too. I was thinking
Like
the same
every
thing.
other T1 that ever sits in this bush. He will die and not spot anything.
Do it, Arg. Do it.
Do it, invade. Someone. It's gotta happen. I mean, it always happens these days. It makes me wonder if they shouldn't consider picking a different bush. No?
Or knocking down a tree. But that'd leave them exposed.
A
And
different bush. I mean, they've got all of about 45 seconds before anyone could possibly spot them. And that's a suicide rush to spot them in 45 seconds.
Invade. Now still active scouting, but still in friendly territory. She gets closer to the F crossroads. All the way to the north. Is that Doc Golem? No. Doc Golem's the crossroads. That's not Savagey either. It's... No, Striker's all the way in the south. It's got to be Rylac. Yep. Rylac's still in the north. And he's knocking down some trees. Still staying in the northern position in case #RU decides to press against their flag cap. Not the case.
No, I think they're going to go for the normal cat pressure. Or, sorry, attack on the camp. Pretty simple. Just go on through that 3-line. Make your way around.
Savagey, Doc Golem covering the corner towards the flag cap. Taking a look at the T1s again. GQ. Hugging the line. Northern side. Invade. He's still in the center. The other T1. It's Arg.
All right, guys, the approach.
How are we looking? How's this going to work, Roadkill?
Stopping at F2 area. Continuing on. And splitting either way. And we'll see a push there. That's pretty much the answer. At the same time, we could see the T1 try and push onto cap. Probably not going to work. Could see a 5100 screen on cap with the push up north. That's really going to be it. Will these teams be able to do it? It looks like River of Blood is gearing up for that kind of an attack.
Yep.
Just going to have to give them a second to execute.
3 minutes, 58 seconds. GQ. T1 pressing first. We'll scout what's ahead. Around the corner, you could see Kazo. Just doing the same. And shot. Mr. Putin. GQ's down.
It's a very thin shot yet.
Very.
Incredibly thin. Just take a look at that. You can see only a
Very
sliver
thin.
of tank.
About
I think it's moving forward.
right here.
It looks-
Yeah, it's a very
It's not.
thin shot. Well, that's going to stop the rest of River of Blood in their tracks. Again, this is a tough place to be since they don't have the commanding presence of River Blood's captain, Captain Blood. Rylac falls back. Behind Savagey, 3 minutes. There's a push. It's going to happen now.
I'm going to just do a slow motion push.
Okay.
Right into this tank. We got a minute here.
1/1000th speed of a shell being fired.
It's like practicing for docking in space.
Whenever you hit the
Whoa.
parking curb, I should say, that piece of concrete that stops your car from moving forward.
Yes. The front of my car always hits it.
Yeah.
Like something's
Yeah.
hanging down, but I can never see it.
Our
I always
mutual
see it.
friend, Ken Silva, says, "Oh, we've docked." Then we put on our spacesuits and then leave the vehicle.
We should wear spacesuits. It's so hot. It's like the surface of the sun outside.
2 minutes, 6 seconds. Hashtag RU, getting closer.
Wait, hashtag are you going to make it count? It's a trap. It's a trap.
They're
They've
heading towards the
lured
fountain.
River of Blood into a false sense of security.
So
And
we're going
now-
to stay in one position because it's just what they think we wouldn't do.
Exactly. And now they're going to make a push because they know at about 1 minute, 30 seconds left, they will be divided.
Coming this December, hashtag RU goes on the offensive.
Actually, it's something stuck in my throat.
Savagey still waiting on this corner. A couple shots fired towards hashtag RU. They take some damage, but Striker so low. What happened, Striker?
He got shot.
Bit off more than he could chew.
I don't think he bit anything. I think they bit him.
118. Godzilla mode around the corner. He sees it. Valera Desolator gets the kill. After he takes a shot. Young Money Cash Money behind Doc Golem. 1:05. River of Blood. 3 Tier 8s left alive. They need to stay alive here. Both their T1s are down. Hashtag RU now pressing against them. Invade, however, can escape this onslaught and go for the draw. Savagey still moving backwards. Rylac trying to block for him. 40 seconds. Savagey at full health. He fires and the game is rigged. Valera Desolator at full. Nice track shot. And 31 seconds. Multiple tanks on the flag cap. Nice kill from Savagey. There is a possible 7-second window. And
Godzilla is hunting.
Invade's going to have to be careful.
So close.
15 seconds left. Savagey fires back. 7 seconds. This will be a draw between hashtag RU and River of Blood.
Okay.
Press happened from hashtag RU, but not enough. And Invade, they left. He left in time to escape that onslaught. The T1s had fallen earlier on, so smarter play by him, knowing that if I escape, it's a draw instead of a loss. Good timing on that. That's about it.
And of course, the easy shot to take a River of Blood, as we always continually do, is that they were split up. Every time. And we love to harp on that, because it's very easy to harp on that.
I don't know what they're trying to prove, staying split up like that.
I don't think they're intentionally, like, I don't
It's
think
just
they're trying
turning
to
into
prove
it
anything. I think they're
happenstance?
just splitting up, going, these are good positions, and then when someone just walks up on them and messes them up, they just seem to have a bad time.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
Yeah, their responses may be a bit slow or something. It's
Lots at stake. Lots at
Yeah.
stake for both these teams. I know that. You know that. The American people know that. The winner moves on to the playoffs. The loser, they're done for the season. They're going to have to face more teams in relegation, which will happen in weeks down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in the playoffs, the winner has to face Fnatic. Winner has to face Fnatic. Imagine that. If one of these teams is able to knock out Fnatic or Simp in the playoffs. Now what happens is they're not out. If they face Fnatic and they lose, they're still in a loser's bracket. It's a double elimination playoff. So it's not automatically, well, we're up against Fnatic, so it doesn't matter. No, they can still make it. The loser's bracket and how it works. It's 2 teams that make it from each side of the bracket.
Yep. One of them through the losers, one of them wins all the way.
Yep. So they're not out of this yet, even if they face Fnatic or Simp, depending where they land. Mines will be battle number 2. There has been a disconnect that's been declared, so we're waiting for that player to return.
I guess that's Savagey.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. They've put Invade down, instead picking up Akula. This is interesting.
Akula.
And then the Rylac disconnected. That was it.
Okay. Akula is the newest member
Yes.
of River of Blood. He will be in the T1. May have to... I don't know if T1 has been his position in the past or if he's still getting acclimated to the team.
Don't know.
They put him in the T1
I
position.
seem to remember him being in a different tank, though. Would
Yeah,
be
I
wrong?
have too, yeah.
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but I have remembered. We see a lot of World of Tanks battles, but from my recollection, he's been in some Tier 8s.
I can check after this battle.
All right. Battle number 2 will take place on Mines between River of Blood and hashtag Are You Ready? Brewkill, what do we have for tanks?
This is great. 5 IS-3s, 2 T1 Cunninghams from River of Blood. They're the blue team. They're in the south. 5100 IS-3 T32, 2 1390s, 2 T1 Cunninghams for hashtag RU.
Hi-ho!
Yeah, okay, forward is probably the only direction this battle. It
That's
appears
right.
as though none of the members of hashtag RU are moving, though. This is interesting strategy. I suspect it's called disconnect.
I suspect so as well. Still waiting to call from the admin. Looks
I'm
like
standing
it is. Looks like it's a disconnect. We stand up sometimes and get some blood flowed to our legs, guys. Don't be concerned.
Yep.
Brewkill's just being a professional. Still waiting for verification. Is it a disconnect?
Yep, everyone's gone.
All right. It is a disconnect.
Smooth.
Thank you, admin.
Thank you, production. That awkward
Everybody's
moment.
standing. Everybody's standing.
At least
I almost
they know
stood
I'm
up
wearing
with
pants.
you just to make it uniform.
At least they know I'm wearing pants.
Yeah. I remember at a previous tournament for World of Tanks at PAX Prime last year. It was that NVIDIA tournament. And Froden and I started standing up. Froden was my co-commentator at that tournament. And it was a long day. I was hosting at PAX, and then later that night, seeing some international teams, seeing some back and forth play, seeing 3 T-32s being used on steps. So I was quite excited for that. But also to get the blood flowing, the diaphragm properly engaged, all the muscles properly engaged for proper airflow to make sure you maintain your voice. It's important to stand up from here and there from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was standing up, and they have a video of me going, oh, I'm like super excited. And I went, whoa, that looks really cool. Except for the green tie I had to wear. That was not cool.
That was a super lame tie.
It's okay. The things you do for fashion. Still waiting for all the members to leave the game so we can jump back into the battle.
Yeah.
But talking about the finals, my friend, Season 4, 4 teams are going to be joining us from the playoffs, and you can join us as well. That begins August 30th. It's one day. It's a one-day event. And the doors are going to open at 2 o'clock. At 4:30, the show begins, both for the live audience and for the people watching on the broadcast. Now, we're going to be giving away some awesome prizes when we're there, so you definitely want to make it in person. If you can't, I'm sure we're going to give away a lot of prizes on the stream as well. And I can't reveal to you guys what prizes we have so far, but just imagine if we're giving out Type 59 tanks to followers, pressing that follow button on our Twitch page, which you should totally do right now, because if we reach 13,000 followers, we'll give away more awesome prizes.
Yeah.
Imagine what we have in store for people that actually physically come to our event.
Must be insane.
Besides a picture with Rukill and I.
I mean, that's free.
That is free. That's
Actually, I'll send you one if you just ask.
That's a handshake, a hey, how you doing, and a picture is for you showing up.
I mean, we can get lunch. I mean, that's cool.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm not like, oh no.
Yeah. Depending on scheduling, it's going to be a busy week for me, my friend, because IIA will be hosting at the Wargaming booth at PAX Prime, and then the event Saturday night, and then hosting Sunday, and then Monday, and then
As an American, I need to know where all the good places to eat in Seattle are.
there's a really good sushi place.
Sweet. We're getting
really,
sushi.
really good sushi place that the Wargaming gentleman and I went to. We had a really good time. Huge shout out to Chris Sherlin. He's one of the community directors for Wargaming. Fantastic guy, and he makes sure that everyone has a good time at those community events. Battle number 2, Mines, #RU versus River of Blood, Real Kill. Let's look at the tanks one more time.
All right, bringing back the hype again. 5 IS-3s, 2 T1 Cunninghams, and that's River of Blood, the blue team in the south. The north, the red team, #RU, Master Putin. Got AMX 5100, IS-3, T-32, 2 1390s, 2 T1 Cunninghams. Forward's the only direction, right?
Yeah, Doc Golem spawned in the same position. He's going the same direction as last time. GQ Rylac to his left is a swingman in the armored core.
Young Money, Cash Money, Godzilla mode, going up to the hill and splitting up. Interesting choice. I think River Blood wants to prove something. And you know how we've been harping on them about being split up.
They're staying together.
They're very together.
This is a flock of blood,
I don't know.
and it flows like a river.
Okay, that part works. The flock of blood, the flows like a river works, but the flock of blood, no.
Yeah.
Maybe a... No.
Shot fired towards Rylac. It's a track shot. He doesn't return fire yet, but Young Money, Cash Money, and Godzilla mode are not going to be trapped this time.
Got T1 movement. Looks like Toplin in the east might be able to close his way to the gap. And if he can do that, could make the cap work for #RU, especially if they get rolled over by, you know, this many IS-3s.
Doc Golem is peeking around the corner, making sure none of those tanks from the high ground are going to press into GQ. And they're dancing back and forth.
We shall see.
Oh, shot fired, but it goes into the dirt towards Young Money, Cash Money.
Yep, that high ground advantage. Difficult to fire that high.
Still a standstill between these two teams. But the 1T1 now in Foxtrot 8. Able to see no Eastern play coming from River of Blood. Might be a bit of a relief if any of them were watching the Bernal Empires versus Fun Gaming series. In case either team was trying to get any ideas.
Well, here's an idea. Godzilla mode in the west. 1390 going for the flank. Here is what he could do. Observe the positions of GQ and Striker.
Savagey takes down Kaza.
Okay, that's going to slow things down.
That's good.
That's going to slow him down a little bit.
Yeah.
1390 no longer feels safe. Because Savagey.
I like the setup to that. Savagey goes, what, Rookkill? No. Boom.
Yeah.
Of course they can't hear us. It's a 10-minute delay, folks.
But if they could, that would be pretty funny. If he could also respond by saying no.
Yeah. Well, like when I mentioned that ammo rack, and then it happened.
That's just the caster curse.
Yeah.
Don't say
7-5.
that.
7-5.
All right, back to what I was going to go with on Gorilla.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your point.
Flank from the southwest, shoot the back, look at those 2 IS-3s. Juicy.
Well, there's a third one right over here, Doc Golem.
That's not a really easy spot to shoot, though.
No, it's not. Well, they're trying to fire some hits towards Master Putin. Nothing lands.
Nope.
Young Money, Cash Money. Up on the hill.
Is he doing anything?
Flashing his grill. That's it.
Sup, says Young Money. And he just, like, chills out. That's it. It's disappointing.
Yeah, still dancing back and forth. Well, Godzilla mode left him.
Yeah, Godzilla's still trying to move up. He's waiting and stuff. Give him a minute. I mean, you know, he needs to know that there's nothing over there. He needs to verify that once he is spotted, if he is spotted, that River of Blood won't just push on over. Because if they push on over, it's going to be a little bit, let's say, difficult to deflect that kind of aggression without even that extra 13 be there. There's not a lot of damage in burst on the side of #RU. They've got 2 consistent fire tanks, 2 1390s, which means they do not have a lot of hit points, and then they've got the 5100. 5100 represents a lot of damage. Everyone else represents a really strong amount of damage, but it's a mix that's am hesitant to throw into a brawl against 5 IS3s.
Savagey crossing the water. Fires. Ho! Gets tracked, but uses his kit.
Not a bad shot. Game is rigged, and Valera turn their attention to the south, and would that mean that we're going to see a push? Because a push would be really good right now. Because Savagey's in the west, yes. Hashtag are you? Yeah. Well, okay. In the meantime, it looks like Hashtag U's got a different idea. That's going to be Godzilla mode doing the flex game. He's been to one side of the map. He's going to go to the other side of the map. He's going to go back and forth. It's going to be everywhere. And he's going to probably try and probe, see if he can find a T1. Oh, look at that. Young Money, Cash Money. And they're actually going to play the Mountain Goat game. Surprise, surprise. Go. Fly.
Do it. Get up there. Well, Savagey's looking for an opening against Valera Desolator. Nothing yet. And Hashtag RU made this popular in the Gold League for World of Tanks, at least when they first brought it to our viewership attention.
Mm-hmm. It was used in the Russian and European leagues before this.
Yep.
Everyone else, I guess. I think we started a week or so after them, though, so that's going to be the excuse for America. We were taking a break, you know.
4 minutes, 10 seconds. The positioning on these two teams right now, Rookhill, trying to build possibilities of what can happen, is these IS-3s still with their Alpha Strikes, fantastic. However, not landing enough damage, at least with the possible long-range hits here and there with some lucky shots in the BL9, is not going to soften any tanks. And because of that, they're going to feel less inclined to press, less inclined to push.
Yep.
Next consequence, now 33 minutes and 36 seconds. Another draw between the two teams.
Unless Young Money Cash Money does magic. Surprise! 1390. Akula is about to find out that there's a 1390 in the hills, and he should die. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, Kula gets tracked.
Run, Akula.
And Young Money Cash Money takes him down. There's 2 shots for that 1T1.
That's a cap fast waiting to happen. And with that, top limb, Q. That is his Q. Took it perfectly. And he's going to head straight to cap. Will an IS-3 be waiting? No. No, I don't think so. And that's going to be a push from River of Blood. 5100s. Putin may be able to put some damage out, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. IS-3s are moving on in.
And Rylak pushing across the corner. Master Putin, however, is getting a lot of great shots in a Doc Golem, and GQ tries to block from the hillside. Young Money Cash Money gets another hit. Master Putin delivers. Rylak pushes up, and he takes another hit from Young Money. GQ can't get around the corner in time, and that T32 game is rigged. Need to hold.
GQ's got plenty of hit points, though. They're going to push forward. Striker finally moves in. Looks like it's a little bit delayed. And then from the west, we do have another IS-3. That is going to be Savagey. Striker and GQ taking on Game is Rigged. 2v1.
This is where the IS-3s are going to have some serious trouble against this T32 because the amount of hit points the tank has, and they don't have burst damage. Can R get there in time to stop the flag cap? Young Money Cash Money could stop him. 10 seconds left. Arg needs to get a reset. He could penetrate from here, possibly. Godzilla is going to screen. It's going to block him. It's going to fire and get the kill.
Base captured.
And base is captured. Hashtag RU puts a point on the board against River of Blood.
All right, there it is.
Really good trigger, really good flag cap.
IS-3s didn't stay together. I thought just put them together, roll over something before they have a chance to do much, and then just turn that stuff around and head back home. That's what I was thinking for that IS-3 strat. Didn't do it. They just kind of stopped short and didn't do anything. I was a little bit disappointed, actually. I thought River of Blood was going to give us, like, that just charge forward. We're not going to stop. We're just going to take it right to their face.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. But Doc Golem here taking way too much damage around this corner.
It was not a unified push.
No.
One IS-3 showed up, then another one, and then finally GQ, and yet another one was still waiting behind that. That is the big problem with River of Blood right now. I don't feel a big sense of leadership out of this team. I'm not feeling a big push from anywhere.
Well, that makes perfect sense, Rookhill, because they don't have Captain Blood.
Well, I don't think Captain Blood's making the calls, though, is he? I thought someone else was.
I'm pretty sure Captain Blood was.
Was it?
Unless I've been... I mean, I know there's talk of it being
I know
traded to
he
Doc
was-
Golem, but then I got traded back to Captain Blood.
Oh, okay, he took back over.
Pretty sure
'cause-
face-off said, I'm back to making the calls now.
Oh, I do remember that. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it did trade to Doc Golem for a little bit,
Okay.
and then it went back to Captain.
Probably because Doc Golem was suffering in his ability to perform.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Too focused on trying to call and not enough on playing his tank.
Steps will be map number 3.
Hmm.
So, if I was River of Blood, again, the amount of times they've won battles has been their aggression and staying together. Use it every single time against #RU. This is a time to do it. This is a time to make it happen. And if it doesn't work on one of the battles, then you draw back and form a different type of plan. Now they have 2 maps gone. One of them in favor of #RU. So another loss puts them 1 battle away from losing the entire series. It's just like playing baseball, and I'll make this analogy.
Go for it.
So a lot of coaches would say, do not swing at any balls until you get a first strike. And so that's a very passive way to wait for a walk. And then coaches would say, if it looks good, swing. Every single time, especially on the first pitch. Because a pitcher, I don't know the analytics, but when I played baseball, the pitcher a lot of times would nail a strike on the second pitch, but the first pitch would be a little bit easier to hit,
I wouldn't know.
just because he's trying to. He's not throwing
So
the fastest of
with
fastballs.
this,
He's
you're
trying
saying
to
what?
adjust. With this, is I'm saying, if you have a chance to be aggressive at the very beginning, be aggressive. It also catches everyone else off guard.
Fair enough.
In my personal experience, playing World of Tanks as well, 70% of the time, if you're super aggressive around a corner, a 15-on-15, you're going to get lit up. But a 7x42, it can go in your favor.
Yeah.
Just don't be crazy about it, or be crazy enough for it to work.
I mean, there's a level of crazy that's pretty great.
Yeah.
All right, tanks. T69, 4 1390s, 2 T1 Cunninghams. That's #RU. That's the red team. That's the South. River of Blood, 2 T32s, 3 1390s, 2 T1 Cunninghams. They're the blue in the north. Interestingly slow lineup, though, for a team that has a need to win in order to stay in this.
Oh, consistent fire.
And they could also just draw this and take a battle win
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Yeah, the consistent fire of Rylak and Doc Golem and those T32s that thing get behind them. Do some damage into the holes, that'd be huge. Got the spread now happening for River of Blood in the Eastern Valley. #RU in the West. They're starting to go further north.
Yeah, Master Putin in Godzilla mode will cross the tracks, I expect, taking the widest possible route.
Route. I say route, some people say route.
And now, we're going to get on top of the tracks, maybe go for some spotting. And do I see, is this a return movement from
This
River
is
Blood?
total return from River of Blood. They're
That's-
sacrificing their eastern play. Even Rylak's leaving the really good hold down position. Godzilla mode takes down Arg.
But Master Putin might be pinned. The T-32s have moved up enough. They could actually keep Master
Savagey
Putin.
takes a big hit.
Ooh.
Takes another one.
He is out in the open. I do not think he was expecting to be in this kind of a situation. Didn't call that #RU was going to be here. And now, surprise, surprise.
Master Putin waiting for a potential killing blow against Savagey, a killing volley at least, but he could be exposed to way too much damage and then therefore even out the HP values between the two tankers.
It's a very easy move to kill Savagey right now. Move a little bit to the east. Young Money, Cash Money.
There's
Valera
one.
Desolator.
And Master Putin lines another one. Savagey knows he's in trouble, and Master Putin takes another hit. He does get the kill. He needs to fall back. Striker from up top in the 1390. Toppelum moving in. Absorbs a shot from Toppelum.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Shoot me? Yes.
Toppelum takes a hit from Striker. Godzilla takes another hit. And Master Putin is low. Striker up top. Could finish off Master Putin.
Valera Desolator is moving in on Invade, though.
However, striker falls from game is rigged. The trades are going in favor of #RU.
Ever so slightly, but here come the T-32's combo shot for 700.
And they're trying to get in front of Invade to take down Valera. Invade stays alive for at least one more shot. Valera is in trouble. He gets behind and does not get behind the rocks in time. Doc Golem was reloaded.
And that's going to even it up. We've got Invade with incredibly low hit points, yes, but Godzilla mode, game is rigged. Where's Young Money? Young Money all leaving to get back to the base right now.
And River of Blood, GQ, is on the flag cap, meaning that one of the tanks from #RU has to be pulled, and that trade could go in favor of River of Blood if they can find that tank.
They're all heading back. They know.
Okay.
They can't stand up to the T-32s.
They're moving together. All right.
The T-32 is too strong and American. They can't possibly engage front on.
Let's attack from the sides or to the rear. Kazo's going to creep up a bit, sees GQ. Young Money, Cash Money's going to pop up first. And Kazo, can he crew him? Nope.
No. He's not magic. Maybe it's magic.
Young Money, Cash Money. He's going to go for the ram damage or will he go for the shot? Actually, doesn't go for the kill.
He actually backs off. I think he isn't loaded. And because of that, he recognized the likely positions of the T-32s. Let's not take some hits, and leaves.
GQ, I'm sure, is counting his lucky stars as the fully loaded T-32s of Doc Golem and Rylak are moving to the south. There goes GQ.
Yep, game is rigged getting that one. Might stop for a reload. Would be a smart play, I think.
And Doc Golem falls back a little bit.
Invade is out on the flanks looking for something to pick off. It's going to be very difficult for him now. And look at these positions. High ground from Young Money, Cash Money. Godzilla mode getting on a hill. And Kazo being a scout. Good job, Kazo. He's going to actually be able to constantly spot Doc Golem. Perhaps even see Invade on the way. Oh, Invade is going out to the west flank. And game's rigged. Might spot him. Maybe. No. Okay. He's not going to be late yet.
Who? Invade, careful. You don't have that much HP.
Is being meted so hard right now. Head games. He knows the likely flanks. He knows what's safe. Game is rigged. We'll find Invade in just a second. Or Invade.
Invade will find game is rigged first.
Nice.
Fires for 253. Can he get another shot? He does, and he falls back. Game is rigged.
Nice.
So there's a shot into the dirt.
That's a good free 507 damage. Now Invade just has to leave.
Oh, Godzilla mode.
Oh.
Shuts him down.
Yeah, so that didn't work.
And the T-32 gets hit from Godzilla mode. Fires again for a miss. Kazo at this time, smartest play for him, and he's doing it right now, is to go to the flag cap. And game is rigged, causing some fire on Rylak. Still on fire. He's burning.
That's a, he does not have an automatic fire extinguisher. That sucks.
Well, could he have been
Lit on fire already?
twice? Yeah. I think it was continual. It didn't stop him to start again.
Yeah, I think it was just one hit fire. He doesn't have it. He might. You can correct me later, but
Yeah. Doc Golem takes it for 246. Still constant threat and presence for #RU, but now Kazo up to the north. This is a really good play from #RU.
T-32s can still do it though. There's still a pretty solid chance. There's so many hit points. They have to actually now kill and then get back to base. That's the hard part.
And there goes the T-32, Doc Golem's last one alive.
Kazo's on cap. And this should be the end of Riverblood's chances here.
At least for this battle. And Doc Golem, one more shot. He falls. #RU puts 2 points on the board as we move into battle number 4. Must-win scenario for the next 2 battles.
I don't know. I think
River of Blood.
this is about the time when Riverblood goes on tilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You lose a few times in a row, not have a really good first start. You've got people you consider crucial to your team missing. And thinking this is when we see Riverblood just start to really fall off. They just do either something completely insane. That could work, actually.
Yeah, they're going to do something completely insane, and it's going to work. That's my prediction in the next battle. Depends on what map. If it's Abbey, fast cap.
If it's Prohorovka.
Go over the hill.
No, it's Ensk.
It's Ensk.
It's Ensk.
All right. So Ensk,
Fast cap.
straight down the railroad tracks.
I like it.
Yeah, go for it.
It's got moxie.
Or the lumberyard. Let's see. They're spawning to the north.
The lumberyard would be a good
Or
ode
no,
to
excuse me.
Canada.
They're spawning to the south. They're spawning to the south. So yeah, a lumberyard press allows them more room to stay up on the eastern side, which may be a little bit easier to move up against compared to #RU if they use a lot of IS-3s. Well, they're going to use IS-3s and 5100s, no problem.
I mean, this T-32 play, new meta, could come back.
On Ensk,
I mean, do you believe?
I'm in the belief business. T-32, no cons.
He's
but
always in the
I
belief
want
business.
something that can move faster. I really do. On
T-32 is
Ensk,
pretty fast. It gets moving, bro.
and compared to a TOG, yes, of course it is.
Not a TOG. Like next to
I-
a 5100 T IS-3, it
I
moves
would-
pretty well
I would use 1390s on this.
on ends.
Yeah.
And then you would what?
That would be the crazy card. Use the east and then have a larger flank, a more spread flank coming around.
No. Doesn't work. Generally what happens if you try and do that flank just on the east side, it gets shot up pretty bad. Especially if your opponent comes out there, and if they don't, then you just get through there and you're like, all right, sweet, we just made this cool move, and then there's nothing there.
I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying it's crazy, and it could be crazy enough to work.
You know what? There's a chance.
All right, countdown has begun. #RU versus River of Blood, battle number 4 on Ensk. They're playing to make it to the playoffs. If River of Blood cannot win this battle, then they are done. They go to relegation, and #RU moves on to the playoffs. Rootkill, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, we have 3 AMX 5100s, 2 IS-3s, a medium one, everyone, and a T1 Cunningham. That's #RU. Red team in the north. River of Blood, 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s, 2 T1 Cunninghams. That's the blue team in the south. Medium one. It's back. Yeah.
It is a huge tank.
Straight pimpin'.
Well, River of Blood not going east whatsoever. They're staying in the west, moving through the city lines. And again, they're spread 3 and 2. #RU, they're moving through the lumberyard. GQ trying to spot, sees nothing. Rylak and Doc Golem press up on the key holes in the windows. They don't see anything either. #RU continues to move south.
If this is a #RU fast cap,
This would be quite a surprise.
it would be over. If they just fast cap from here on out, it's over. I think. Wait. Doc Golem, Rylak, what are you doing?
They're crossing. They're
Are they?
crossing the echo line.
I don't think are they not gonna spot? I think they spotted him. They know. The jig is up. They spotted Godzilla mode, I think, through the tracks. Or Young Money. One of those two. It is they know. Look at him swarm to the south.
Yeah.
They pick up on it and it's like they smell blood.
Now they're fanning out 3 and 2. The two tanks, Striker, and the 5100 with him, Doc Golem, or the IS-3 with him actually, Doc Golem. Stay there. Master Putin gets the first blood against Arg. Godzilla mode fires against Rylak for 388. That alpha strike. Cash Money takes one for 311. And a big bounce on Cash Money. Striker gets hit for 389.
And now Invade in the north is putting shells into Godzilla mode and Young Money Cash Money. He's up to 560 damage, 857. And he looks like he might back off.
Oh, big track shot into Godzilla mode.
Game is rigged, is moving in.
But #RU can get from behind. Invade gets hit. Doc Golem hit it again. Godzilla mode waiting for the shot. Doesn't fire yet. Oh, and he fires and it misses. But now the flag cap has begun as Godzilla mode falls. The damage spread, however, is still pretty big on the side of River of Blood.
We've got a solid block. Kazo in the medium one. Toppling behind him in the T1, the perfect shield.
30 seconds on the flag cap. Rylak waiting for the reload. Aims. Can't get the shot. They're behind the railroad tracks. Fires against Kazo. Bringing the time to 1:14. Valera Desolator. Firing back towards Savagey as Rylak's looking for a better position. Looking towards the railroad tracks as the 2 IS-3s still focused on Young Money Cash Money. And Striker pushes up in the 5100. 1 minute. Young Money Cash Money trying to hold. Can he get a kill against Doc Golem? Rylak hit for 320. Fires back against Top Glum, and that stops the flag cap.
That's an ammo rack to stop the flag cap.
Young Money Cash Money takes down Doc Golem. Striker moves in for a shot against Young Money. Young Money is able to dodge 2 shots from Striker and Rylak. He maintains the pressure, but to the north, there's 2 tanks hitting the flag.
Invade is coming in. Invade zeroing a shot. Looks like he's getting ready. Young Money, expert positioning, by the way. Right on the hull of Godzilla mode. He may be able to avoid dying for just a short time while someone else returns to cap. Turns turnaround even. And Invade's gonna leave.
Striker heading towards the north along with Invade. 20 seconds left. The tables have turned now.
He's very, very close. 15 seconds left. As Striker is gonna get on the cap, speeding it up even more. Cutting that time way down. 9 seconds, and Valera is just now coming around the corner on cap. He must get these kills. And he fires on Invade, 296 in the first shot.
10 more seconds, they still need the reset. They get it on Striker. Striker almost down. So close, he falls. Invade trying to use his carcass as cover. He goes next. It's only Rylak and GQ and River of Blood. This is it. Hashtag RU, so close to getting the win. Rylak and Young Money Cash Money still holding against each other.
Valera Desolator is now coming around the corner on GQ. GQ fires a few times, gets some damage, 74, nice, but he is now dead. Valera takes a hit though for 462 and blows his shot, does not get a connection onto Rylak. That is some solid damage from the IS-3.
This is it. And they fall. That's it. Hashtag RU seals the deal. They move on to the playoffs. River of Blood is out. They have to fight in relegation to stay in the Gold League. 2 failed fast, or not really fast cap, but 2 failed flag caps. One from Hashtag RU to the south, to the north, River of Blood, and a really good try. But it stopped because the amount of damage that was too spread out. Even though they lost the first tier 8 tank, they did a significant amount of damage to the other tanks on the side of River of Blood.
Yeah, River of Blood, I just don't feel was as good as we're used to them being. They were just not one of their top days. They're either hot or they're cold. Today was that cold day.
Yep. Well, that is it for the wild cards. The tiebreakers happened before that. As we break down what happened in the matches, first off, it was Hashtag RU versus Fun Gaming. Hashtag RU was able to win that series after 2 draws. They took Cliff and Himmelsdorf. Following that, Hammer Time, versus Cunningham's 3 draws in a row, and then Mines and Steps were 2 wins for the Cunninghams. Bernal Empires was 3-1. Really awesome battle on Mines. You definitely want to see that one. If that is a forecast for how Bernal Empires is going to perform in the playoffs, I'm looking forward to how they're going to measure up with the other teams. And finally, River Blood versus Hashtag RU. Hashtag RU takes it 3-0. Yeah, 3-0. Well, Rukil, that does it for our entire group play, the tiebreakers, and the